I remember the cold before anything else. Not the hospital room, not the tubes, just the cold. It clung to me like a second skin as I drifted somewhere between life and nothingness. I wasn't a weight, not really, but I heard him, my father. His voice always carried authority, even when he tried to hide it. "Let her go. We won't pay for the surgery." A pause, a rustle of paperwork. "Just sign the DNR here, sir." And then the sentence that split my world open, even through the haze of the coma. "Do it. She's not worth the money." If my body could have moved, my fingers would have curled into fists. Instead, I lay there, limp, silent, listening. But what he didn't know, my lawyer was in the room. The recorder was already running. That was the moment the story truly started. Not the car accident, not the years of tension, not the childhood bruises disguised as discipline. It started with his signature, his final attempt to erase me. Before all that, I used to hope he'd change. That was my first mistake. He wasn't always cruel, not in obvious ways. He showed love like a miser tossing coins. Rare, conditional, a performance scripted for outsiders. Growing up, I learned to read silence the way other kids read books. I tracked the weight of his footsteps, the temperature of his sighs. I learned how to survive him. But survival wasn't living. It was waiting. Waiting until I found something he couldn't control, my independence. When I built my own business, he called it a hobby. When I made my first million, he asked for a loan. When I refused, he smiled a smile too wide and said, "Family helps family." But he never helped me, not once. The betrayal revealed itself slowly, long before the coma. It started with the missing money from my trust account, the forged signatures, the quiet transfers into shell companies he controlled. I noticed the pattern like a shadow trailing every transaction. And when I confronted him, he gave me that same smile, the one that pretends innocence while his eyes dare you to fight him. "I did it for your future," he said. Right, my future, the one he tried to end to save himself some cash. Lying in that hospital bed, listening to him sign my death warrant, something inside me sharpened. Not hatred, not exactly. Something colder, cleaner, precision. I didn't wake up immediately. The coma dragged on for another 2 days. My lawyer guarded me like a hawk, documenting everything. And when I opened my eyes, I didn't speak. Not a word. Not to the doctors, not to him. Especially not to him. I waited, plotted, listened. I let him think the universe had given him a second chance, that his daughter survived because God works in mysterious ways. No, Dad, mysterious ways belong to me. My plan was simple, because truth is a scalpel. It cuts clean. Step 1, hand the recording to my legal team. Step 2, freeze every account he tried to siphon from. Step 3, trigger the clause in my trust documents, the one he never bothered reading, stating that any attempt to harm me, financially or physically, revoked his rights to everything. Step 4, audit, expose, destroy. All of it executed within hours. Calculated, silent, beautiful. The climax came at 8:03 a.m. the next day. He walked into my hospital room holding flowers, face arranged into fatherly concern. I was sitting up when he entered, awake, alert, not broken, reborn. His eyes widened. "Sweetheart, you're awake!" I looked at him the way surgeons look at tumors. Clinical, detached. "I know what you did," I said. Just 4 words, but they landed like a blade. I watched confusion flicker into panic when his phone vibrated non-stop. Alerts, messages, warnings. His accounts frozen, his assets seized, his company under investigation. He staggered. What did you do? I leaned forward slowly. I lived. Because to him, my survival was the greatest punishment. He dropped the flowers. I didn't pick them up. By the time he left the room, he was already bankrupt. 24 hours. That's all it took. A single day to dismantle a man who spent decades trying to dismantle me. People think revenge is fire, wild, destructive. They're wrong. Revenge is ice, precise, controlled. It waits until the perfect moment to break. As I lay back against the pillows, feeling the weight of everything lift, I realized something. He taught me how to survive him, but I taught myself how to end him. And I did it without breaking a sweat.